I start comparing to other people. So it's kind of hard, at least in my experience, to, like, if I just go look at raw data from someone, I like to have something to compare it to. So just having not been here last year, it wasn't my data, and it's kind of hard for me to look at that and know exactly what was going on with the car or vice versa. So I like having something to compare to. So I will, once I have some laps.
Yeah, and it's kind of best of both worlds for you. You had one of those guys in your seat last year, so good point.
Yeah.
You like coming here still? You think they should keep coming back to COTA?
Yeah, I think it's been fine. Obviously, it's the facility is super nice, and even above some of the places that we go regularly. So just really, really a nice place. And I don't have any ill will against coming out here. I think it's fine. So as long as the race is providing the entertainment that we feel like it should, I suppose we are okay to keep coming back.
What's your impression of the council of drivers and how they've evolved?
The what now?
Council of drivers.
The council? I don't really know a ton about it, to be honest with you, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. Yeah.
Chase, you were on the broadcast last year and saw how the ending of the race turned out.
Yeah.
With the research with these on this year, how do you think it'll differ?
I hope it's different. Just from my perspective, not being in the race, I thought it was just really embarrassing. To be honest, I just remember like not wanting to watch. I was like, is this really what we look like all the time? I could just imagine myself being like from other forms of motorsports and watching the end of that thing. I would be like, that's not. It's just not like the integrity of the product. Like, it was just bumper cars. It's just kind of silly. So we're all better than that. And it was just kind of disappointing from my seat to see it unfold that way. And I do think that was certainly an extreme. And the way that Turn 1 is here, just it's super inviting to be silly, And I'm just glad that the best car won, because Tyler could have easily gotten crashed or knocked out of the way, and that would have been disappointing from my seat just because of how dominant he was. He really deserved to win the race, and he did a great job to protect what he could. And fortunately, he had a fast enough car that even when he did get booted out of the way, he could get himself back to the front. So I hope the restart zone helps. I think instead of like the first 7 rows having an opportunity to get 6 rows, having an opportunity to dive bomb Turn 1, it'll probably just be the first maybe 4, so I don't know that it's going to completely fix it, but certainly maybe a step in the right direction.
You're 5 races in so far this season. Your thoughts on your season, and where do you need to, looking back, where do you need to improve going forward?
Yeah, I've been pleased with our year so far, honestly. I think we've really only had a couple weeks of, 2 or 3 weeks of normal racing, and I think that in that time we've made some what I would view as solid progress, and have just been keeping our heads down and trying to make sure we're continuing to work in the directions that we need to go in, and I think we have been doing that. I was happy with our pace last week at Bristol. Obviously that was kind of a different deal, so I would say overall pleased. Obviously always want more, but happy with the progress thus far.
Do you think the Richmond race will be a little better because of the package that coming out of Phoenix and learning anything, or do you?
No, I don't think so.
You talked about missing last year, but you've had success in courses like this in the past. What's the confidence level coming into this after you're away from the track?
I hadn't been here in 2 years, so it's just I've told you guys this a lot, but road course racing for me is all about rhythm and just finding a good flow, or at least it is for me. I have to get in a rhythm, and I have to get in the flow to just to recreate laps and find consistency, and that just takes some time, and anytime you skip time away from a racetrack, I think it probably is just going to take a little longer to find that rhythm and whatnot. So that's my objective this morning when we get started, is just make some laps. Hopefully the car is in position where it's comfortable and we're not banging the ground and all those things, that I can just go run and try to find a rhythm for myself and then try to make some pace from there.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these two videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.